Hello everyone. Sorry about being late. Made it pretty quick. I don't even know if I'm live yet, but waiting. Can you guys see me? Apparently, according to Taylor, I must be live. Sam, how you doing? Justin, Susan, Deb, everyone, thanks for waiting. We had 34 likes before I even started. That's pretty sweet. No worries, Bob. I'm late all the time. Yeah, stupid updates. I never turn on automatic updates, but I missed one, and I paid for it. I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. Not a whole lot on the agenda. Got some new betta fish. If people are in my Facebook channel, they saw those. Well, I haven't got them yet, I guess. They should be here Wednesday, I think. It was an expedition, not a real match. Yeah, I assume we're talking about the fight. It looked like a charity exhibition. It was pretty ridiculous. Perfect timing, my food is done. Hey, I know that tank. Yeah, it looks like occasional aquatics tank. LOL, Susan, I like them. You and Simply Betta are my favorite female YouTubers. Simply Betta. Oh, speaking of Simply Betta, there she is. Those will be some lovely looking bettas. I hope so. Talking about the fry, anyways. We know the ones I'm getting are good looking. I'm probably going to have to sell a couple, though, to make room for the 4 new ones. Hello, Glenn. Fancy Tail Aquatics. Hello. Is it possible to have tank mates with cherry shrimp? Absolutely. I keep bristlenose plecos, all kinds of nano fish. I have them in here with my betta fish. So, yep, absolutely. Deb says those pics were crazy nice looking. Yep. Yeah, they weren't, I mean, as far as bettas go, in my opinion, those were pretty expensive. So, Bob, what hose and pump do you use to change water in your fish room? Well, the hose is just 3/4 inch or maybe 3/4 inch inner dimension that you buy at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and the pump, gosh, I don't even remember. It's a Rio, like a Rio 2600. It's not big enough, I can tell you that much. Neon Tetra Aquarius, how you doing? Had my first day of school today. I remember those days. Okay, what are we talking about? Simply Betta, your baby is so cute. Yep, absolutely. It's always funny when you hear her like giggling in the background of your videos. And everyone needs to pressure Simply Betta to make a video on how to breed bettas. Rob Hicks Aquarium. I think I just got a video from you. I don't know. I don't have my email up. Could be someone else. I didn't look at it. I'm running way behind. I found a Colombian Tetra fry in my 75. Roger, I found cherry barb fry in my tank. They won't survive, but I found them. Yes, make those videos, Simply Bettas. Yep, everyone pressure her to make a video on how to breed bettas, because I'm going to need to know pretty quick. Yeah, you did, Bob. Okay, haha, I'll get on it when I do my upcoming spawns. Sounds good. Neon Tetra Aquarius, did you survive your first day of high school? First high school day. It gets better, I promise, my daughters. And that's off my screen. Well, first day of high school, huh? That's pretty fun. How hard is it to keep zebra plecos? Not hard at all. And that's a big misconception with most plecos. People think just because they're super expensive, well, not all of them, but zebra plecos are pretty dang expensive. They think the higher price tag means that they're harder to keep. That's not the case. That just means they're rare. They've come down a little bit. A lot more people are breeding them now, but they're super easy fish to care for. Most plecos are, to be honest. Let's see. Looking for cooled whip. Whip. Hey, I'm leaving for college soon and got tons of plants I need to get rid of. Suggestions for max profit. Not max profit. Well, you can mail them all to me for no profit. L46, not hard to keep, just harder to lose. Yep. Yeah, I haven't found any plecos hard to keep yet. Well, except for all the Colombian zebras I killed somehow. But I don't think that was my fault. Bob, you know how... Oh, wait. You know about Jadron is making stickers for the fish fam. What a great guy. I've seen something about that. I think I got an email like 3 months ago, too. I'm so bad. I'm really bad. If people send me a message, sometimes, like, I won't even see it for, like, months. Especially now, because I just get so many messages. It's insane. Intake sponge is easy to breed. Bristlenose plecos. Yes, very easy. I kind of have a video of it on my channel. I think it's even called How to Breed Bristlenose Plecos. I lost a rubber lip pleco. Now that sucks. No pun intended. Yeah, those are awesome plecos. High school isn't bad. Worst part for me is waking up at 5:30. 5:30? That's sleeping in where I come from. Do you have a recommendation for an algae eater for a 10-gallon tank, auto sinkless, or the rubber lip pleco, as we're talking about? Have you ever kept oxalotls? The fish freak, I have not. They do not interest me right now. Nisi brings up a good point. Are you going to the aquatic experience? Would you like to meet Bob and get aquarium co-op swag? There's going to be lots of swag, not just aquarium co-op. We're going to have quite a few of us there, and I would hope that everyone brings something. I don't know what I'm going to bring yet, but I got to think of something. But yeah, definitely sign up there. Even if you're only like 1% odds of going, definitely sign up. It would help us know how much crap to bring. What would you stock a 2.5 gallon tank with other than shrimp? 2.5 gallons. I don't know what I could do a 2.5 gallon tank, to be honest. Doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Gosh, I don't know. I'm not really into that, like, nano or pico tank stuff. I know the only thing I can think of is shrimp. I know you don't want shrimp, but it's the only thing I can think of. Red tail catfish. Aquarium Co-op says it's too hot. Yes. I'm going to be ending my stream in about 3 minutes because it is blazing hot. I can't even have my window open because the neighbors are chopping down trees across the street. You'll probably hear it when they turn their chipper back on. Ugh, it's miserable in here. Taylor says, I have a male rescue betta, I'm assuming, in a 3-gallon tank. Make a little Steen shirt. I won't be there, but people will like it. I'm going to be doing one. Yes, I'm working on a couple different t-shirts. And speaking of t-shirts, I am offering 15% off on all my t-shirts. So the code is Big Steen. That's it. Well, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever. I'm sure Nisi will link it. I'm doing 15% off until I hit 15,000 subscribers. So that's the point of 15 for 15. So 599 to go. Steenfott Aquatics, I have a planted murder tank. No snails survive in it. They die after a day. Autos died one by one. Neon tetras, amanos. So neon tetras, amanos, and neocardinia are fine. What could do this? How old is your tank? How long has it been set up? Autos need to graze like all day long. A lot of people starve out auto sinkless. Have you kept Ember Tetras in the past? If so, how long do they live for? Will Harris, I keep Ember Tetras in the past, and I'm also keeping them right now. I don't know how long they live for, though. I've had mine... I don't even remember. I got them this year, so... That being said, I also don't know how old they are. Very mature algae-ridden tank. So when you hit 100,000 subs, you'll do 100% off? Sure. Why not? Okay, let me go back. No snails. Oh, there goes the chipper. Hope that's not too insanely loud. They're screaming too. Sounds like one of them fell in the chipper. Autos died one by one. Snails don't survive. I mean, honestly, what kind of... Maybe it's not the right type of algae? If it's green spot algae, they're not going to eat that. How many RCS should I get in order to start a shrimp colony in a 10-gallon? I'd probably start with a dozen. One of my neon rainbow fry is missing dorsal fins. Why is that? It could just be bad genetics. Was it born with them and then lost them? Or did it never have them to begin with? Not too loud. Now there's nothing more I can do. The door is closed. My windows are closed. Have I kept Bolivian rams before? Yes. I'm still waiting for them to color up. Also, I love your unpopular fish. I need some. Yep. I love all those fish. Chipper will shut down on its own when it hits the spine. See, now it's getting really loud. Let's... Oh. Apparently I didn't put this on silent either. I have no idea what that is, Nisi. Let's take a look. Yeah, how loud is that for you guys? 'Cause I can barely... Oh, never mind. Oh boy. Okay, time out. Apparently my window wasn't closed. Bob is loud. Okay, now that I missed everyone's chat. Now it's quieter. Yep. It's amateur hour for Bob. It certainly is. I tried making a cinder block shelf recently with the intent of not being super ugly. Spoiler, it's still pretty ugly. Can you paint the cinder blocks or do something? I don't know. Have you seen... Have you shown it on video yet? I know you were talking about it. Sounds like Bob is having a Monday. I swore I closed that. It's like 9,000 degrees in here. That's why I assumed it was closed. How does your hand disappear in the tank behind you? Just to keep warm. Yep. Hey Bob, I'm getting 5 discus and putting them in a 75-gallon. How many can I fit max? I know nothing about discus. Nothing. Sam is coming to Seattle on October 6th. Well, if you go to Aquarium Co-op, let me know and I will try to meet you there. Definitely. I totally forgot what I was talking about before all that nonsense just happened. Ooh, someone got banned. Wait. For that? Oh, maybe for the picture too. I didn't even notice the picture. Alright, what type of cleanup crew can I put in a 10-gallon with Eco-Complete substrate? I would do shrimp, neocardinia. I know a lot of people say you can't do that with Eco-Complete, but I've done it just fine. I want discus now. You could do auto sinkless, as long as it's in a stat. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Why are your snails and auto sinklesses dying? Simply better. Yes, I'd paint the blocks too. I don't get paid, Jimmy. Okay, here we go. Usually the rule is 1 discus to 10-gallon. I think I've actually heard that before. Bob's a ladies' man. That couldn't be farther from the truth. I got banned the other day for saying gobbly pook, except pook started with the letter... Oh, yeah, that'll probably get you banned. Have you seen... Have you shown it on video yet? I know you're talking about it. Why are your snails and auto sinklesses dying? Simply better. Bob, I have a 55-gallon tank, and I was thinking about a dragon puffer or hairy puffer. Which two are better? And if so, please explain care and personality. I've never kept a dragon puffer. I can tell you that a hairy puffer will be the only tank you can, or the only fish you can have in that tank, because it will shred anything you put in there. And I love hairy puffers. I will definitely own one day, but they are definitely a species only one. You can't even have two. Taylor says, Bob better not be a ladies' man. If anybody knows, it's you. I'm not a ladies' man. Bob, more hiking and collecting videos. Let's go. Let's get on it, Jimmy. Let's go hiking. Bob, can I use a Marineland C360 canister filter for water changes? I suppose you could set it up to do that. I don't know why you'd want to. I would never, but the gobbly... Yep. I've heard that phrase many times, but I could see how somebody else may not have heard that. Flower horn in a 55-gallon, then 75-gallon in a year. The fish nerd, it is a bad way to reference a Vietnamese person. Very common phrase. Yeah, I've heard it a lot. Racing's Natural Aquariums, how you doing, buddy? Bob should chase Jimmy through the woods. I was expecting, in that video, I was expecting like a kitten or like a baby chicken or something. But we never saw what was chasing him. What do you think of breeding shell dwellers for profit? I don't know that you could do it for profit. I mean, you probably could. Is it the best thing to do for profit? Probably not. Depends on how far your reach is. Like me, having this huge audience of people, I could do a video saying I've got multis for sale, and I would get just a slew of emails and be able to sell them like all that day. If you don't have that type of audience, it might be hard for you to get rid of shell dwellers as fast as they can breed. Bob would be like Jason, he walks, but he is always right behind you. That's true. I have big steps, long strides. Jimmy can be running it, and I could just walk. LJ Aquatics says, I want multis. LJ Aquatics. LJ, is that Leslie? Leslie? I'm hoping I'm remembering that. I thought Corey was chasing Jimmy in that video. That would be awesome. Jimmy, look up Lake 22. We need to go to Lake 22. Lake 22. Yes, Leslie Johnson before. I knew it. It took me seeing your name like 20 times before I realized, hey, that's Leslie. Sashimi Whiskey. Yeah, check out Sashimi Whiskey's channel for the video that we're talking about. He's being chased through the woods, but you don't know from what. Anyone need multis? Good luck with fish keeping. Thanks. Lake 22 near District 12. I don't know District 12. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's so random. That's the one I wanted to go to, Bob. Now, that's the most popular one, but I can take you to some much better hikes that a lot of people don't know about. So Lake 22, you have to get there like early in the morning, or you're going to be parking miles down the street. It sucks. And then there's better hikes that nobody knows about. That's way better lakes. Jess says, peace out. See you later. Good SG movie from 2011. District 9. I know District 9 is an awesome movie. District 12 is Hunger Games. Oh, I've never seen it. The Fish Nerd, awesome videos, man. My daughters and I binge watching them yesterday. Yep, the Fish Nerd does have an awesome channel. Everyone should check it out. I'll go on a hike if there are escalators. Lake 22, if I remember right, is a little over 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles, so not bad. But I want to say it's like 1,800 feet in elevation gain-ish. Around there, maybe 2,000. Somewhere around there. Let's see. Me too at Aquarium Co-op. Thanks, Bob. I've hiked about 30% of the Appalachian Trail over here on the east, on the best coast. Can you read my question above? Let's take a look, Will. I always miss your questions, but I always see that comment. I'm so terrible. Can you read my question above? All right, we're still going up. Does 6 Ember Tetra, 1 Zebra Near Ice Snail, and 1 Amazon Swordtail sound good in a 5-gallon? I would never put a Swordtail in a 5-gallon. If you're talking about an Amazon sword plant, then yes, that would sound good. But if you're talking about a swordtail like a fish, no. It was my nightmare as a sassy. She was chasing like a lion in my dreams. What algae eater for a 33-gallon long hard water at 81? I was told this is too warm for bristlenose. Dank's bristlenose would be just fine. They would have no problems. I have bristlenose in an 84-degree tank, no problems. Let's see. Oh man, I was way behind. I missed a lot of stuff, and I just missed a lot more because I'm going all the way to the bottom. Joel Corvus mentioned you on his live stream earlier, probably talking about Corvus Ocean. All my multis passed. That sucks. I need a Bob hoodie. It's about 68 degrees out in PA and I'm cold. Well, go get it. Have you ever hiked around Rainier? Nope. Nope, I have not. What about a pear tree? I have 2. Okay. Can angelfish go with Danios and gold barbs? Probably if you have enough room. I keep getting bot friend requests with semi-nude women on Facebook. If you think you get a lot, I get a ton of them. It's so annoying. Are blue-eyed bristlenose hard to breed? Nope. How big do they get? Blue-eyed bristlenose are no different than any other L144 as far as care and breeding. Hello, Big Steen. How are your wild-caught angels doing? They're very skittish since they're on a tank that's on the floor, so I rarely get to see them because as soon as they hear me walking over, they run and hide, which kind of sucks. But they're still doing well. They're eating. They're just if I like sit down in front of the tank for like 20 minutes, eventually they'll come out and I can toss some food in there and they'll eat. But if you just want like a quick look at them, I can't do it. I have to actually sit there. Did you want me to stop signing you up for those bot requests? What used to suck is like I would always get auto added to all these groups and I didn't know you actually had to go on and turn that feature off in Facebook. And one time I was looking at the groups I was in and I was like, wow, what is this stuff? So luckily nobody saw me in those groups. Is it hard to breed Neolamprologus brevis? I don't think so. That being said, I've never done it, but I haven't heard. I've read a little bit about them, and I haven't really read that it's hard. Would you be willing to sell some Super Reds, Bob? I don't have any for sale. Sorry, Dank. All my breeding trio that I got from Pleco Queen, Pleco Barbie died, and so I'm growing out the Fry, which you will see in tomorrow's video. But I only have like 10, so I can't really afford to sell any right now. Is it a good idea to put 50 guppies in 500-gallon pond? Will the number increase fast? Probably. Probably. Hit the like and show the fish fam love. Yep. I think Michael's Fish Room is here. Sup, fishy folks? What's the common name of L183 plecos? Anybody know? Leslie, it is the Starlight pleco. Starlight. Gotta go in 5 minutes. Alright. Is it hard to keep and breed? Is it hard to breed and keep L134 plecos? It is for me. It's not hard to keep them, but mine have not bred once. The male has been in his tube for about 7 months straight. And the female... So here's... Okay, so imagine like this is the PVC pipe, right? The male sits right here in the tube, and the female, she sleeps right here, right next to him. That's... Anytime I look at the tank, they're right next to each other, but the darn things just won't breed. But they hang out. They're side by side all day, every day. Are they expensive? Yes, very expensive. Usually about $100, depending on size. And I'd be willing to bet that leopard frog plecos will probably pass zebra plecos in price. Holy smokies, Bob, this is my first time here. It's great. Well, thanks for stopping by, Shrimp Life. Where should I buy shrimp? You can do it at flipaquatics.com or lrbrettsaquatics.com. I don't know, maybe Nisi the Supermod might be able to link those for you. If you saw a leopard frog pleco for $7.99. I would bet you all of mine that it's not a leopard frog pleco. Do you have any bumblebee gobies? I do not have any gobies. Cave is too big, Bob. Well, this is not the cave I'm using. It's a 1-inch PVC pipe. Like he's snug in there. I mean, he's really snug in there. So, what's for dinner, Bob? Let's go get some brisket. How about that? Nisi's awesome. Yes, Nisi is amazing. Do you have an arowana? I do not. Not leopard frog pleco, a starlight pleco. Oh, a starlight pleco for $7.99 is a very good price. Those I think usually run in the $25 to $40 range. I don't have any experience with gold nugget plecos. Let's see. Brisket, key, like pie. All right. Nisi says, okay, I'm out. We'll listen while I can. Thanks for linking that, Nisi. Yeah, Starlight for $8 is great. Yeah, that's an insane price. Thanks so much, Bob. That will be my first tank besides my beta tank a while back. Amazon sword, not swordtail. Okay. Bob, are you liking your eels? I do like my one eel. I got 2 eels, and one of them died the first night. I'm not sure why. I came out the next day, and he was just coiled up dead in the middle of the tank. The other one is doing fantastic, though. Are you keeping any longfin bristlenose, Bob? Yep, I have the longfin green dragons. They will be in tomorrow's video, so check that out. I actually have an adult pair that I need to separate out and start breeding. Okay, come back from vacation to my first ever fish spawn. Way to go, guppies. There you go. Who was looking for shrimp? If looking for blue velvet, crystal red, or carbon black, try Click and Fish Aquatics. They're awesome. There you go. What kind of eel? JH Aquatics. I'll have to go back and look at the video because it doesn't really have there's like 5 different common names for it, and the scientific name is like 100 letters long. So does your eel have a tank mate? It has, right now, it's in with Cupid cichlids, Corydoras, and red-tail plecos. What are the hairy puffer care requirements, parameters, etc.? Can't find much info on the internet. You should be able to find it. I don't remember offhand. It's been a long time since I've looked. Yep. Seriously Fish has a whole profile on them. So look up Seriously Fish, 74 to 81 degrees, pH 6.5 to 7.5. Looks like they get about 5 inches. And behavior says generally aggressive. I will tell you they are super duper aggressive. Yep. So there is a good fish profile for the hairy puffer on seriouslyfish.com. I know you're saying Harry Puffer, but I keep hearing Harry Potter. I've never seen Harry Potter. Have I ever kept Nanochromis transvestatus? Yes, I have. I've kept just about every Nanochromis that you can get a hold of. I think there's 2 species left that I need to get to mark off my list. But I've had the Consortus, the Splendens. The super common one is like the... Oh gosh, now I don't remember. But yes. Oh wait, the super common one is the transvestatus. That's right. Hey, I get to listen for longer than usual. I have to get my aquarium co-op box from the post office. Alright. Did I breed them? Nanochromis, gotta catch them all. They have bred once, but the eggs did not last. Taylor, please tie Bob to a chair and make him watch all these movies he has never seen. I think we are watching Harry Potter. Yep. I have a big tank with clown loaches, and I have a 10-gallon infested with snails. If I purchase a small loach to clean up the snails, will he eat my shrimp? Yes. Would L183 Starlight bristlenose tend to hide more than super red bristlenose? Yes. Pie, marshmallows, and stuff that's on the sort of thing. Harry Puffer, yep. Harry Puffer, Harry Potter. Where is your tie-dye shirt? It is in my bedroom. I forgot I was going to wear it on the stream, but I totally forgot. Whoops. Is there a shout out in my video? Okay, not talking to me. Dwayne Kitchell, we need to have an Educate Bob with movies, which is kind of funny because I'm like a huge movie buff, but the Harry Potter like genre just doesn't interest me, or like the storyline, I should say. Too bad Bob gave up drinking. It would help to go through the first 2 Harry Potter movies. See? Harry Potter's Goonies. Yes, I haven't seen Goonies either. Or E.T. I have not seen E.T. These are all movies that Taylor and I will be watching. I'm really not excited to see E.T. I feel like that is just an awful, awful movie that's extremely overrated. But we'll see. I'll watch it. Cichlid, Lumpy Dog. I saw your comment. Cichlid suggestions, but in my mind I saw child suggestions for 46 gallon. Cichlid's suggestions. It's not angelfish or rams. Thanks. Easy. Epistogrammas, and there are 50, 100 different types of epistogrammas. Surely you can find one you like. Do you rinse the French style green beans you feed? Nope. Used to feed your bristlenose plecos. Is there a risk? I don't rinse them at all, and I've been doing that for almost 2 years with no problems. You are emotionally stunted for not watching those movies? I don't think so. I think I got through life just fine. Same old guy says Big Steen rules? Oh, Doyle rules. It's called Short Circuit. Now that, Johnny 5 is alive. Absolutely. Vince, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here too. I saw 9 types of Epistos at Click and Fish yesterday. Super awesome. Yes, Epistos are awesome. It's best to always rinse any veggies. These are canned veggies. Canned veggies. Cool. Just fed mine some green beans today. They've been chowing down. Yeah, canned green beans. Remember, the French cut green beans are amazing. Hey, Laser Lips, your mama was a snowblower. All right. Now that might get you banned. Hey, you guys. Like, I know all the Goonies things. You can make Taylor watch Night Watch. I don't know what Night Watch is. I have no idea what that is. Oh, from Short Circuit. That's right. Ugh. It's been too long since I've seen that movie. Now I remember. Short Circuit is a classic. One of my all-time favorite movies as a child. Yeah, but the second one was awful. Ugh. Dwayne Kitchell says, oh my god, Bob. Oh, Dwayne! Shoot. Michael Barber is back in town. Just got back yesterday. I was supposed to call him when I got home from work, but I was late, and I was late, and I was late. So I'm going to message him right now. Let's see. I'm back home. Give me a call when you can. So Dwayne, if you have any questions, let me know right now, and I'll ask him because I'm going to be calling him. Here's a pen. Here's a piece of paper. Just if you have any questions, let me know, because I don't really have any questions. I know everything I need to know. Fish Called Wanda was the funniest fish movie. Yeah, that's actually a pretty funny movie. When they start playing I Need a Hero in Short Circuit, I get so pumped. Yeah. What is your favorite beta tail type? I haven't been in betas long enough to know yet. I haven't made my mind up. Ask him what we need to bring. Money. Steve Gutenberg at his finest. Yep. Bob, how do you do your water changes? All I do is use a water pump, put it in my tanks, and pump the water outside to my yard. That's it. And it takes forever because my pump is old and slow. Aquarium Co-op, still paying attention. I want that black orchid beta. Steenfott Aquatics, how many betas did you buy most recently? If you're talking about the ones I bought this week, I bought 4. So JH Aquatics, Chicago or bust. If there's anybody here who doesn't know about JH Aquatics channel, it's fairly new, at least to me. And he does probably one of my favorite videos every Saturday. He does Fish Fam News. And I wish they were longer, JH, because, boy, after 3 minutes, I'm like, that's just not long enough. But, yeah, it's awesome. He goes over a lot of things that happen on various YouTube channels during the week. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. You guys should definitely check out his channel. Got to go do wifey things. All right, see you, Laura. LJ Aquatics, call the store. Ask Ali if it's still there. I don't know that LJ Aquatics is local. LJ, I don't remember if you're local or not. If you're not, you're SOL, my friend. Can you read my question above? Good old Will Harris. Always missed a question. Never missed that comment. Do I need to feed zebra neorites blanched veggies, or will they just eat leftovers and algae? If you have enough, if your tank is seasoned and has algae, it should be okay, but I would probably drop something in there for it every once in a while. Will pea puffers and Amazon puffers work? Probably. I don't know that I would risk it. Oh yeah, so back to JH Aquatics. So JH Aquatics has started a Teespring campaign to try to sell shirts to fund a trip to Chicago, and I think we need to do that because he is the Fish Fam News, and he needs to cover the Chicago aquatic experience for sure. So that's what I meant when I was, that's where I was going with that. But I can't justify a fly 3,000 miles to buy it. Yeah, there you go. They don't ship. JH Aquatics, are you ever going to do a live interviews for Fish Fam News in Chicago? Let's see. Goldfish will eat mosquito larvae in a pond? Probably. What won't they eat? Goldfish would eat McDonald's if you put it in the tank, and that stuff's nasty. I can't justify a $400 flight. Would a bulldog pleco be good in a 20-gallon? I don't remember what the bulldog pleco is. What's the L number? JH Aquatics says exactly what I said. Yep. Definitely. I think we lost our super mod, or she would link your t-shirts. Let's see. They will not. Oh, Taylor says they will not, and she is the goldfish expert. So apparently they won't. But I bet you they'll still eat McDonald's. What can I put in a 10-gallon at Aquarium Co-op? What is the plant behind you? What? Bob, how would I block off the intake of a built-in filter on a 5-gallon? That would be a hard question without seeing it. The standard answer would be, oh, a bulldog can be a rubber lip? If you're talking about a rubber lip, then absolutely they would be good. The standard answer is going to be a sponge. You could try batting, but it really depends on how your filter is put together. I can testify to that. I fed my 11-inch Blackmore McDonald's French fries. Yeah, there you go. I've heard some conflicting info on Amazon puffers and I'm wondering how big they get and some tips. Appreciate any input. Bojo Ford, I've only kept one Amazon puffer. And with Amazon puffers, you either want to keep one or a lot. They're super easy to care for. Pretty neutral pH, standard 78-degree water. And be sure you have... There's the Teespring for JH Aquatics. Let's get them to Chicago. Just make sure you have lots of snails. Breed ram's horn snails, and you'll be good to go. They're super easy to care for, though. Are cooked carrots good for bristlenose plecos? I've never tried it. I don't know that I would ever try that. What's my favorite breed of guppy? The panda guppy. I meant they will not eat McDonald's. They will eat mosquito larvae. Oh, okay. So they will eat mosquito larvae. Bob, don't be mean to goldies. I would never be mean to goldies. I love Patches, my goldfish. This is going to be a hard question, Shrimp Life. What was your most happy moment fish keeping? Like an accomplishment or challenge? Probably the happiest I've ever been was when I got my Parasiprochromis blue neon fish. That was kind of a holy grail fish for me, even though they're readily available. They're still really hard to get because they're super fragile. It took me about 8 months just to find someone that was selling them. I bought them, and they all died in shipping because he shipped them when they were like an inch, and of course they're all gonna die. They got to be at least like 2.5 inches to ship, and so that sucked. And then it took probably another 4 or 5 months before I found them again. And I think I ordered like 20, and I ended up with 11, and now I probably have close to 60-ish. So yeah, that was pretty awesome for me when I finally got that fish. My next holy grail fish is the Benthachromis tricotti. So I've been really looking for those lately. How are you getting on with tanks for teachers? Well, I was supposed to go set one up on last Tuesday, but the guy was a no-show, no call, no nothing. So I'm about ready to send out some emails probably this week, because I've got the tanks, I'm ready to go. I just need the classrooms. My bristlenose speckles love the zucchinis. Yep, the zucchini's really good. And I'm also looking at AMA at buying 7 20-gallon tanks as well. So yeah, so I got someone selling brand new 20-gallon tanks for really cheap, and I think that's like a perfect size for a classroom. So I'll probably pick those up. Does anyone here like, love, or know Bob Ross? I love Bob Ross. Does anyone know of a cheaper alternative to a Monster Ray light? Not a good one. There's cheaper ones on eBay, but in my opinion, they don't really compare. I don't really like the Monster Ray lights, though. I'm missing a ton of chat. My Aranda has suffered in an unusually high nitrite leveled tank, the quarantine tank. He now has burst blood vessels in his fins anyway to speed his recovery. I would never try to speed the recovery. Just keep the water parameters perfect, nice, clean, and just let it heal. I hope you don't mind, but I'm unofficially taking your Tanks for Teachers idea and setting up some tanks for some coworkers. Mr. Science Geek, if you need anything, let me know. If you need filters, lights, anything, because we have graciously about $1,000 sitting in our Tanks for Teachers account. So if you need anything, just let me know and I will hook you up. Absolutely. I'm dressing up as Bob Ross for Halloween. There you go. I just put a 20-gallon tank for my classroom. Kids love it. Yep. Let's see, Bob, are there any driftwoods that don't affect pH, or is it best to go artificial if you don't want change? I think I'm pretty sure all of them will probably alter pH a little bit. It is like a built-in filter with plastic grates. I just can't picture that, Gator Tracks. Rich says, "Sup from St. Louis." Thank you. How you doing? Wish my classes had tanks when I was at school. Yep, mine didn't. Satisfactory, keep water pristine. Yep. Yeah, just take it slow. Don't try to overdo it. Is the Tanks for Teachers nationwide? My bio class would do nice with a big ecosystem right there. It can be. It can be. Tanks for Teachers can be nationwide as long as I can trust who's doing it, if that makes sense. I just don't want a random person messaging me saying, "I'm a teacher, send me stuff," and then that person not be a teacher. So if there is a way to verify, as long as I can trust who's messaging me, like obviously if Mr. Science Geek messaged me and said, "Hey, I need some sponge filters or some lights or some tops or whatever," we know Mr. Science Geek, right? I would send him out the next day. Taylor says, "My daughter's class has pet rats. My 7th grade science teacher had a 75-gallon with a jaguar cichlid and a green terror. He got me interested in larger fish. That's why we're doing it. I'm trying to make my teacher get a fish tank. Mr. Science Geek, can we get together and you help me get them set up? You guys might be close. Let's do tanks for Joel Gilliott. Gilliott? I don't know, Joel. School started up today in my neck of the woods. A biology teacher I know said she would only be interested in a fish tank if there was trees in it. She was happy when I mentioned a brackish tank. It is called the Top Fin 5-gallon glass tank. Yeah, it wouldn't matter what I taught. Is a Madagascar rainbow really a rainbow fish? Yep, absolutely it is. It's a really cool one too. If you like that slender torpedo look. Where did that go? Top Fin 5-gallon. Hey Bob, I'm a teacher. Send me stuff. Okay, you got it. I'm also looking at, speaking of these starter kits, I'm thinking about just getting like the 20-gallon starter kits and just using those, but they're so overpriced. I feel like we wouldn't be getting our money's worth. I live in Australia. Belgium Garden State School is a real great school. It has fish rooms, saltwater, fresh, and some pretty cool stuff. Maybe you could support their program called Reef BG. If they email you through, and yes, obviously if they email me through like an EDU email, then that's pretty legit. Evergreen State Aquatics, all crays are illegal in Washington. That is true. Yep, unfortunately I had the dwarf orange crayfish, and then somebody told me they were illegal, so I do not have them anymore. Last name is pronounced Gillett. Jill-it. Alright, Gillett. Good to know. Bob, can you read Will's message above? Poor Will. Poor Will. I don't like predator fish because people put them in small tanks and only feed them feeder fish. I don't like when people do that myself. How many gallons per hour would you recommend for a water changing pump? I mean, really the biggest you can afford, right? I mean, the bigger you get, the faster it's going to go. As long as it fits in the tank. Do you think it will work if you put a juvie Neolamprologus tret as small as a shell dweller and he grows up with them? Do you think he will still eat them? He will definitely eat the fry. He may not go after the adults because the adults can get pretty angry themselves. Can you read my question above? I don't know if you missed it. I might have missed it on purpose. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see if I can find it. I don't want to scroll up too far, though. Have you ever kept freshwater gobies? The only goby I've ever kept is called like an algae-eating goby. I don't know what the scientific name is. I know there's called like an algae-eating goby, and it has a different common name, too. Do hairy puffers have personality? Would it be worth putting him in a 55? I don't think so, Challenger. If you had a 40-gallon, like 40-gallon breeder is a perfect tank for him. Okay, email to teachers in the works. Oh my, that is horrible. Those poor bunnies. Okay, I'm missing that. Fun catfish for 20-gallon long community tank. It's not a lot of room. I mean, plecos are catfish. Do you like plecos? Corridoras. Autocinklus. All catfish. How do you like your embers? I love them, Will. They are great fish, and they really get really red if you feed them right. Have you ever kept pseudomcgill blue-eyed rainbow fish? Yep. I've kept just about every pseudomcgill that's not brackish. Will Harris, don't like predator fish because people put them in small tanks and only feed them feeder fish. Oh, didn't I just read that? What's the best betta fry food? I hope to find out when Simply Betta makes her video on how to breed bettas. Peeps, there is no way Bob can answer every question. We mods try to help, but please bear with us. Steenfott Aquatics, someone told me you got autocinklus fry. Is that right? Yes, my autocinklus do breed. Bob told my daughter she could get a bunny. Yeah, we're getting 2 bunnies. 2 bunnies. A white one and a tan one. Do you recommend ordering fish online? Depends on where you're ordering from. But I've done it many times. Bob, have you ever seen dancing man shrimp? They are gorgeous. Are you talking about like the saltwater ones with the little pom-poms and they dance around? Have you ever seen other pea puffer subspecies? They are almost double the size. I have not. I love bunny. How do you cook it? I mean, there are some famous Bobs out there like Bob Ross, Bob Dylan, the best Bob Steenfott. Thank you, Vince. Don't forget to spay and neuter your rabbits. Rob has some Bob. Gotta go. Catch you later. See ya, the turtle girl. Steenfott Aquatics. I got a new catfish today, and they sold it to me as unknown. It's brown, has black spots, and 7 inches. Any ideas? Every Sunday is kind of happy. The only thing I could suggest is to post pictures of it if you're in any Facebook groups, like fish groups, like Steenfott Aquatics fish group. If you post a picture of it there, we can definitely try to help identify it. But unfortunately, it's going to be almost impossible to identify without an actual photo. King Lee says, my favorite betta fry food is baby brine and micro worms. I'm really hoping I could get away with micro worms, because honestly, if I have to do baby brine, I'm probably not going to breed them. That is one of my least favorite things ever to do in the hobby, is brine shrimp. If those rabbits starts breeding, there will be a dead Bob. Every Sunday is kind of happy, or go to Monster Fish Keepers. Experienced people can help there too. LJ says, Taylor, since you'll be taking care of the bunnies, oh no, it's all me. Watch closely for upper respiratory infections, and antibiotics for rabbits suck. It's all me, Leslie. Steenfott, any interesting problems you have ran into with Pseudomugil pascae? I am getting ready to start a breeding colony. All of the Pseudomugils I have kept have been pretty hardy, except I did get some bad furcatas once, and there was nothing I could do. But other than that one bad shipment, I've done pretty well. That being said, I've never tried to breed them either. But I find them to be, just like other rainbows, extremely hardy fish. I'm going to set up a Tanganique 125-gallon tank, and I'm going to the event in Chicago. Will they sell a lot of fish from there, like Shelly's, or no? KDR Aquatics, they don't really sell fish there. There are vendors there. There are some that sell. But for the most part, I feel like it's not like you're going, like if you went to a reptile show, every single booth there, everyone's selling reptiles, right? This is the only time I've ever been to a fish show, so I don't know, but when I was there was like 3 or 4 people selling fish. Now if you go on a Sunday when everyone's taking stuff down, that's when they sell all the fish out of their display tanks and stuff, so maybe go on a Sunday. And you'll get them for dirt cheap because nobody wants to ship them back. Neighbors with roosters suck. I like roosters. My neighbor has one. It's right outside my window too. Let's see. If I raise angelfish fry in kind of a community tank, will they be less aggressive when they are older? I don't think so. Anyone have had any mud skipper? Anyone have or had and... Anyways, Evergreen wants to know if anyone has kept a mud skipper. I have not, but I'm really tempted. This comment is an experiment to see if you'll read my comment the first time. Of course I get that one. Let's see. Planning on setting up a 10-gallon tank for my classroom. What would you put in there for kids? Guppies and shrimp, because kids are going to love seeing baby fish, and they're going to love seeing basically anything breed, right? They're going to be ecstatic over that. So that's what I would go with. Maybe Mr. Science Geek can chime in there too. Chocolate is toxic to rabbits like dogs. Let's see. Pictus catfish. I use instant mashed potatoes, help with the smell instead of oatmeal. I've actually heard that, but I haven't tried it yet. Bob, I just want to ask, do you live alone? I do not. Hi everyone, and Bob, I didn't think I'd make it. Hello, Barbara Jackson. Neon Tetras. Alright. Oh, I haven't checked to see how many likes we're at. Ooh, we haven't hit 150 yet? That's disappointing. I bought the culture I had at an LFS. I forgot what they used. Tell these to Bob. This will be his and Kayla's project. Yep. Kaylee's project. 131. 120. Oh, are we talking about likes? Oh, hey, we only need 2 more likes. Like the video, guys. Yep. Let's see. I bought the culture okay, I already got that one. Alright, everyone's liking now instead of commenting. Ever kept Pictus catfish, Bob? Yes, Bojo Ford, I have, and while they are awesome looking fish, and probably one of the most active fish I have ever kept. I did not like them because they are way too boisterous, and they uproot my plants. They outcompete almost everything for food. They are super fast, but they are awesome. If I ever did like just a bigger, not like a predator tank, but bigger species fish, then I would keep them again. Hey, look at that. We've got like 7 subscribers this hour. That's pretty good. Bob, do you leave your front door unlocked? This is not a house you want to come into, trust me. Bob, just use frozen baby brine and live micro worms. Alright, that's what I'll do. 164 likes. That's all I have to do is ask. Vince wants to know how his patch is. I think I show him briefly in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is all over the place. It's really bad. But I think you'll see him there. When is the Peru trip? I will find out tonight or tomorrow. Do you plan to get any other types of angels? At this point, I do not, but I do plan on getting more of the same type. I want a bigger school of them. Can you elaborate on what conditions you established? What causes the spawning on your auto sinkless? I cannot. I cannot at all. So, auto sinkless, I feel like if I set up a tank and specifically tried to breed auto sinkless, they would never breed at all. And this is an experience that a lot of people have had. I've heard this a lot. I've read about it a lot. A lot of people will tell you the auto sinkless are super easy to breed, and then you'll have a lot of people tell you they're impossible to breed. I just leave them alone in a well-established tank, and I don't get a lot, but every once in a while, like when I do a water change, they all school together. Every once in a while, there's a couple more than the time before. So I can tell you the tank that they're in. The pH is 7.2. The temperature is 78. It's a 75-gallon planted tank with full cryptocorns. There's Anubias. There's rainbow fish. There's aggressive. There's cribenzas. There's apistos. There's bristlenose plecos. There might even be shrimp left in there, although I really doubt it. But somehow a couple of them make it every once in a while. How to get rid of green water before it gets really green, just a cloudy tint green right now. You're just going to have to keep doing water changes. Eventually your parameters, I'm guessing it's probably a newer tank, I would hope. If you can get away with scaling back on your feeding, I would do that, but you're just going to have to do water changes. Do you measure TDS in that tank? I do not. I'm sure I have at one point for funsies, but I don't remember. What is your favorite apisto? The Inca. It's like 50, Apistogramma Inca 50. Really weird common name, but I can't pronounce the scientific name. Bye Bob Brisket, it keeps them amused and full. Yep, doesn't carbon get rid of green water? I've never used carbon like ever, so I don't know. What is the purpose of routinely testing TDS? I don't at all. I have a TDS meter I bought because it was like $10, and I played with it for like a week, but otherwise I really don't care. I would imagine like shrimp people love TDS. You really have to watch your TDS with shrimp, but other than that, I've never had an issue needing to keep specific TDS or keeping TDS at a specific level. Yes, UV light is probably thanks JH Aquatics, UV light is probably the best thing you can do for green water. If you don't want to wait for your parameters to settle in, because eventually the green water will go away. Do you know any rare Tanganyikan fish that I can get that would go with shellies? I keep more than one species of shellies in 125 gallon. Absolutely, Cyprochromis, and I will spell it out. Or you can look at my last video called Unpopular Fish. If I could type, Cyprochromis are the perfect fish to go with shellies, because Cyprochromis will be up here, shellies will be down here, and they get along great. I like some of Bob's shrimps, not those red ones though. What's the highest pH apistos can tolerate? Apistos? Barbara Jackson, it depends completely on the apistogramma. Like the apistogramma cockatoides, I bet you could have that thing upwards of 8 pH. But then there's a lot of them that, well, let's clarify. So apistos, most of them are going to be pretty pretty lenient on their pH, right? But if you want to breed them, that's when you really have to get specific with the pH. But Epistogramma cockatoides have been bred so much. Yeah, I know people that have kept them in upwards of like 8.2 pH. They can go down to like 6 pH. But a lot of pistos, if you want to breed them, you got to get the pH down to like 5 or 4.5. So really depends on what your intentions are. The red ones remind me of roaches. How does tanks for teachers work? I need to phrase it well to not get it rejected. Basically, in your case, since you're not local, you would probably have to set it up. So if I sent you a fish tank, you would probably have to go set it up. Because I'm not going to fly out there to set it up. I don't even know where you are, but I'm pretty sure you're not local. But it's pretty much that easy. If you get a teacher that's interested, I will send you a complete kit. You just got to send me pictures when it's set up. How big of a tank for a trio of Cyprichromis blue neon? You could get away with a 20-gallon tall, even a 20-gallon long, but I wouldn't have very many bottom dwellers, if any. If your only fish are going to be those 3, then I would do a 20-gallon tall. Have you ever heard of a platinum pleco? I have not. It's a hypencistrus with no scientific name and no L number. Super sweet, and I believe only collected once. Never heard of it. You are pressing it hard. Wushu, no problem with mine. All right, best rainbow fish for a guppy tank. I don't know that there's going to be a best. Almost any rainbow you put in there is going to eat your guppies, or at least fin nip. The thing about rainbow fish is they get really distracted by shiny things. So if you have really colorful guppies, they're going to get their fins nipped, definitely. How long do rainbow fish live for? So it depends on the type, but you should get at least 5 years out of most rainbow fish. Counting out the smaller species don't live as long. Bob, you have survived yet another hour of live streaming. Yep, I'm going to go a little bit late since I started late, so that's why I'm still here. And it's actually starting to cool down a little bit. Leslie said I have a dwarf neon, live 9 years. Yeah. So it depends. I feel like it depends on, like, a Florida farm rainbow fish is probably not going to live as long as like a Gary Lang fish. That's what I feel. Speaking of which, my Gary Lang Bosemani rainbow fish were spawning, and I got it on film. So that'll be in tomorrow's video too. I'm telling you, tomorrow's video is all over the place. I don't even know what I was doing. The point of the tank would be to have an ecosystem, and that would be hard to do with about $100. I mean, it depends on how in-depth. You're not going to get like something that's going to be self-sustaining to where you don't have to feed anything or anything like that, right? Which would be like an ecosystem. Oh, can I keep more than one species of shellies together in 125? Yep. Leslie says, how does one acquire Gary Lang rainbows? Well, I am very lucky to be a part of the Seattle Aquarium Society, where Gary Lang is a pretty big contributor to our society. So I have kind of an in with Gary Lang. I've met Gary Lang, and so as far as just a normal person, as far as I know, he very rarely sells fish, but sometimes you can see him on Aquabid when he has just extra that he needs to get rid of. Otherwise, you're going to have to probably go through, if you have a local aquarium society or a club, he pretty much just donates fishes to different clubs around the country or sells them for insanely cheap. Insanely cheap. But for the average person, I know people, like Gary still hasn't responded to messages I've sent him on Facebook from like 3 years ago. So, yeah. He'll answer email right away, but the only way to really find him is on Facebook, and he doesn't Facebook. What's the biggest breed of rainbow? The biggest one I've ever kept is the Australian rainbow fish. Huge. Bob fanboy at Gary Lang, absolutely. What is the biggest breed? Okay, what is a good fish website to get Tanganyikan fish? KDR, there's not a really good one. But I go here. A lot of my fish are from here. His name is Alan. Breeds his own fish, so his costs are pretty reasonable, and he only ships air cargo though, so you got to be by an airport. Okay, we're gonna go 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. What's K? Thank you, thank you. All right, well, let's see if I missed anything. You're doing something right when you have a fish named after you. Yep, definitely. How would you recommend treating cyanobacteria? There is stuff that you can get on Amazon, like it's like blue-green slime removal, something like that. I look on Amazon. You could try erythromycin. I'm not sure which is cheaper though, but both should work. The point of the tank. Okay, well, we're kind of slowing down. You're the best. Thanks for answering all my questions. No problem. That's why we're here. What size would the tank be? What is all included? I have no idea. You're gonna have to do that. Oh, Challenge the Wild is here. How you doing? Totally missed you there. Erythromycin. Yep, there it is. Probably like a 20-gallon kit, something like that. Basically, whatever you could talk me into, or whatever you could talk your teacher into. What's the website that has the stocking templates for African cichlids? I have no idea. 200,000 gallons, yep. Taylor says, Bob, I just want you to know that I love you. How sweet. Well, I love you too. Just got blackworms. Have you ever had them? Yes, Challenge the Wild. All fish love blackworms. Live blackworms are amazing. When people say their fish are F1 from wild caught, what does that mean? Normally that means you have a wild caught fish. They have fry. Now your F1 is first generation from a wild caught fish. I just called to say I love you. Any ideas on what a free swimming light pinkish redworm might be in a shrimp tank? They aren't planaria as far as I can tell. Like detritus worms. What are those called? I'm drawing a blank, but hopefully Dwayne is still here. He would definitely know. Challenge the Wild. I have a blackworm culture. They're scrumptious. Yep. I have seen Simply Betta eat them, so she would know. They are certainly scrumptious. Alan's website has F1 Neolamprologus pulchers. Yes, so that means they are spawns from wild-caught fish. Yes, detritus worms. Oh, they're just called detritus worms? All right. Dog? What? I only know that from dog breeding. Oh, okay, yep. It's kind of different. Like, I don't know. If you ask like a cat person what F1 is, they get angry. I don't know what the problem is with those cat people. I just gagged about the blackworm eating. Yeah, they're so gross. I thought detritus worms were white. I've never seen white ones in person. Mine have all been like a reddish, brownish color. I'm actually growing some right now. What are the yellow and blue pseudotrophius you have in the pseudo tank? They're actually a Cynotilapia Lions Cove Afra. And hey, look at that. I spelled it right. We'll just paste that right in there. There you go. I wish I could breed blackworms. Yeah, they're pretty hard. What are Daphnia? Little invertebrates? Yep, pretty much. I've been at this too long. I'm getting all kinds of brain farts right now. Are buffalo head cichlids a breed for profit fish? Absolutely not. Elise Reef in my area, you wouldn't be able to give those away. Nope. Nope. I don't know what your market's like, but here, one of my local pet stores got them in, and they, first of all, they never sold the ones they got, so they grew up. Then they started spawning in the tank, and then there was just hundreds of them. They had, I don't even know what they did with them. They couldn't sell them. No one would buy them. Okay, I just heard that one. Water fleas. Could one of the mods post Mr. Science Geek channel at the end of the stream, please? Oh yeah, Mr. Science Geek is going to be streaming. I don't get brain farts because I don't have a brain. That's not true, Sam. You're the smartest kid I've ever known in my life. I'm hearing voices in the background. Is there a TV on in the background? Nope. Did you know Mr. Science Geek will be live streaming after this? Please check it out. Yep, we got one more minute. One more minute. Or whatever they do. Yep. Like I have old Boston Bulldogs. My male's in an F2 and his pups are in F3. Yep. So basically, you just go down the line. When your F1 has babies, then they're F2s, then F3s when they have babies. And normally don't make it to an F3 in like the fish and reptile world. Once you get to like F2 status, it's captive bred. Then it changes from F1 to captive bred. The fish life, please. One of the smartest kids YouTubers. Yep. I told you, Sam. I told you. Nice chat. Thanks. Have a great evening, Bob, and everyone. Yeah. That's it. It is 6:15. I was 5 minutes late, and I went 10 minutes longer to make up for it. Bob, do you ever have anyone just chilling while you stream? Yes. You too, Barb. After F3, it's just a breed. They start breeding true. Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, James. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Super fun night. James, still waiting for you to email me on when we're gonna live stream, my friend. It's all on you. just gotta let me know, my friend. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Don't forget, we will be doing this next week and every Monday from here on out. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see everyone next week.